All right, glaze wash, you guys. We're gonna try to do this with period 3 being a little bit loud in the background. So I have a little bit of water here, and I have plain black glaze here. You can do it just straight out of the container and put the glaze in there. But what we're gonna do pretty much is wipe off the glaze after we get it in the cracks. So that's why the water is good. You don't need a lot. It's just we're gonna stain the clay and we're gonna get all that black glaze in the cracks. So I just took a little bit. And watch how it just soaks in there. Ooh, do you see that? It's already kind of showing up like it's going to do after it's fired. We want the black in the cracks. And then we're gonna wipe all this other part off with a sponge before we fire it. And we're gonna put a clear over it. So I kind of like that better with the water. You can do a mixture of both. You can do any color. And see how I'm not being wasteful because I'm stretching it. Makes it go a long way. So pretty much after that's done, we're gonna take a sponge, we're gonna moisten it, and then we're gonna wipe off all the extra black glaze, and then we're gonna put a clear over the top. Okay, so you really only need one coat. You just make sure it gets in all your cracks. I missed a couple cracks right here, but I think it'll still look fine. Yeah, go ahead. And then you just wipe off all the excess. If you leave some streaks, that's exactly how it's gonna show with the clear on it. So I'm gonna leave some on purpose because I want it to be black in the cracks and maybe some gray streaks on the surface. You only need to do it one time, but say you wipe it too much and you're like, that was too much. You can always do it again. So if you feel like you're gonna be happy with that, we'll add the clear, 2 coats of the clear over the top. Clear. It looks like it's like a light green, a pretty blue, but it's actually clear. Putting on, actually I'm gonna stir it first. I'm gonna put on 2 good layers. When you stir it, make sure you stir this chunky stuff. That's all good stuff. Stir it down in there so it all like blends together so you have the right consistency. Nice big fat mop brush. And so as we add it, we want to make sure the clear doesn't go in the holes because then if the glaze goes in the holes too much, they'll get clogged up. Putting on nice thick coats, at least 2 or 3 of them. It's gonna look like white after it dries, but it's totally clear, I promise. Okay, first coat of clear is done and almost dry. If you notice, I did not clear the inside here. I did not clear the outside, but I will do that this time. Just make sure that you wipe your bottom so that there's no clear on the bottom before you turn it in. So I'll only have 1 coat of clear on my outside. See, I told you period 3 is being all loud today. They're normally all quiet. I hear laughing. Anyway, after I'm done with my 2nd coat of clear, I'm gonna use one of these to poke through all these holes and kind of like wiggle it around so then when it's fired, those don't get solid. We need to be able to use all the holes that we made. We made them for a reason. All right, so it's really important to make sure that you stick it in and like clean out all that extra glaze because it's gonna be caked in there after 2 or 3 layers. So making sure that's cleaned out nice. You can even look at it from the back. This one I can see is needing a little bit more cleaning. Making sure when you build this project, you build the holes nice and clean is also important. Hopefully you've already done that. There we go.